Good morning, Enid. It's good to see you again on this Thursday, August 4th. I'm Steve Keim. Thank you for joining us on this cloudy, almost rainy. We've got a rainbow to the west. Take a look at the rainbow, if you will. And we've got some rain in the area as well, but under the cloudy sky, 77 degrees. Be careful if you are outside because some of that lightning looked pretty fierce. We're so glad that you're with us. Grab a cup of coffee, the fastest 30 minutes of the morning for us, and maybe for you. This is Good Morning, Enid. It is time to rise and shine. Good morning, Enid. Welcome back again with a cloudy sky and some rain in the area, 77 degrees. And we tried to cool things off because the high again today is going to be 100. I think yesterday was like 135 or something. It was just hot enough to melt tires yesterday, or really the past week. But seriously, I think it was 101, 102 yesterday, but the high today would be 100. And I'll tell you, you look at the scene behind us, doesn't it just cool things down a little bit? And one of these days when there's ice everywhere, we're going to say, boy, I wish we had some heat. So anyway, let's take a look at the radar if we could this morning, just to let you know what's, we can see all the activity to the west of Enid, especially with the lightning and the dark clouds and stuff. But the northwest part of Oklahoma is getting some rain, and we need that. Thank you, Penn, for putting that up there for us. Our statewide temps today for this Thursday, August 4th. Wow, folks, we're moving right along to August. Hardesty out in the Panhandle at 75 degrees, and I'm sure they had a shower earlier to cool things down. But the big city of Hugo down in southeastern Oklahoma is around 80, so you can see across the state mid-70s to 80 degrees, and that's a typical early morning temperature in August. Our three-day forecast, if you're planning for, this is tax-free weekend, so if you're looking at the three-day forecast as you're out shopping, it's going to be hot. Tomorrow's going to be, today's 100, tomorrow's 100, Sunday's going to be 101. We've got a little bit of break on Saturday, probably because there's a few more clouds. But again, the August temperature is holding steady, mid-70s in the morning, but we're a month or so away from cooler weather. September is one of my favorite times of the year. It seems like that's when, excuse me, some of the weather cools down. Speaking of cooling down, please be mindful to take care of your pets. Plenty of water, plenty of shade, and that's one of my favorite pictures. How long does it take for a car to get hot? Just a matter of minutes, and I love that dog with his goggles on, his ears in the breeze. Let's be mindful of our pets. Often you see cattle in the ponds trying to cool things down, and just be mindful of your pets that are outside. Take care of them as well during these dog days of summer here in August. Again, high today is going to be around 100 degrees. There was a rainbow to the west earlier this morning. It may still be out there. We'll have to take a look, pull back the awning up here and see if we can look out and see the rainbow. Well, we're glad that you're with us this morning. And to find out what happened in regard to news overnight within Enid and also across the state, it's time for the Oklahoma Minute with the bow tie guy, Derek Silas.
The Department of Human Services announced it will cut 91 positions as part of a $45 million in spending reductions to deal with a $100 million budget shortfall. And Continental Resources reports a second quarter net loss of $119 million because of lower production and prices. Oklahoma's tax-free weekend starts tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. and ends at midnight Sunday with savings applying to clothing and shoes priced under $100. And the deadline for requesting an absentee ballot for the August 23rd election is 5 p.m. August 17. Garfield County Election Board Secretary Cheryl Patterson urged voters to request their absentee ballots as soon as possible. Application forms are available at elections.ok.gov. The City of Enid is considering a curbside recycling program and is seeking input from the community. Please take the survey at enid.org/recycle survey. And on this day in history, in 1949, the world's first jet propeller airliner makes its maiden test flight in England. And in 1974, House Judiciary Committee recommends that America's 37th president, Richard Nixon, be impeached and removed from office as a result of political scandals known as Watergate. And in 2003, legendary actor and comedian Bob Hope dies at 100 in California. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Derek, the bow tie guy. Bob Hope, as you're familiar with, used to do a lot of shows, Christmas shows, and would do a lot of entertainment for the troops, and it was just received a lot of accolades and a lot of awards for his giving back, and especially during Christmas time, especially during the Vietnam War, he would go over and bring all kinds of celebrities with him, and Bob Hope show would do that, and he was known for that as well. So, holding steady, 77 degrees this morning on a cloudy, somewhat rainy in the western part of our community. And appreciate you joining us here today. Again, high today is going to be 100 degrees, so be mindful of the heat, drink plenty of water and so forth. Well, it's time to remind you, if you have vacation pictures or birthday pictures, you can send those pictures to us via email, and you can do so. Send them to our cows, our Holsteins there at gme@enid.org, gme@enid.org. And along those lines, we have a birthday wish that we want to send to our friends over there at Meadow Points. Dorothy Bell. Dorothy, happy birthday on the 9th. That will be, I think that's next Tuesday. Dorothy's going to be 18 once again. Is that what she said? Anyway, we had a chance, Derek had a chance to take her picture yesterday. Dorothy, we wish you the best on your birthday next Tuesday. And by the way, she is the mom of a City of Enid employee, Frank Haley. So Frank, if you're watching, be sure and celebrate your birthday with your mom next Tuesday. So Dorothy, we wish you the best. And we have a couple more birthdays coming up in August. That's from Meadow Points. And if you're from a retirement home or just not a retirement home, if you want to celebrate somebody's birthday, send us that picture, if you will, a little bit of information, and we'll put it on the screen for you. gme@enid.org. Okay, so again, happy birthday, Dorothy, next Tuesday, and we wish her the best. Okay, 7:38, the morning is moving along. Thank you for joining us, and it's time now for Brooke is Back to find out what events are coming to the Central National Bank Center. Brooke?
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for having me back this morning. Glad to be with you. We've got a lot going on at the Central National Bank Center this summer. Next Saturday, we'll have the Cherokee Strip Friends of NRA Banquet. That's on August 13th, and there are tickets available before or at the door, so visit our website for more information on that. There are going to be lots of great silent auction items. One included would be tickets to Ted Nugent, which is going to be our next event on September 2nd. But looking back to next weekend, we've got Feed the Neighborhood, and that's going to be at indoors for the first time, usually at Meadow Lake, and they give out close to 1,000 backpacks to help children here in the community. So we're really excited and honored to have that event with us this year. And then looking into the fall, we'll have Celtic Thunder, and that's going to be on Friday, October 28th. There are group discounts available for that for groups of 10 or more. And this is an Irish singing group known for their eclectic and theatrical style. They have 12 albums, and their first show with the original members back in May of 1977 was in the Harp Pub in Baltimore. So that's a fun, interesting fact about the Celtic Thunder. You don't want to miss. That's going to be a great show. So thank you, and back to you, Steve.
Very good, Brooke. Thank you very much. Before we get to our special guest this morning, I'd like to remind everybody there's an important vote, election, if you will, coming up on Tuesday, 2 or 3 weeks away, on August 23rd, I believe it is. The water project, the Call Lake Water Project vote is coming up. And if you want to find out information about it, the city has plenty of, there's some PowerPoint presentations, some information, just factual information about the project. You can go to enid.org/Call Lake Project. Right there on the homepage, you'll see that logo, the Call Lake Water Supply logo. You click on that, and it'll bring up all kinds of information, and also some videos, some interviews that takes place to explain what this is all about. And boy, August 23rd will be here before we know it. So keep that in mind. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us on this cloudy, somewhat rainy Thursday morning. It's hard to say rainy and August at the same time, but that's what's happening. So it's 7:40, and we always like to highlight things that are going on in the Enid community and also new organizations that are moving to town, and that's what's going to be the topic this morning with One-on-One with Jamara.
Our guest today with One-on-One with Jamara is Chris Shaffer. He's the general manager at the new Love's Travel Stop in town. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Jamara.
Good morning. We are glad that you're here, and you're going to tell us a little bit more about the store and what it means to bring this type of business to the community. Now, can you tell us a little bit of a brief history on the Love's Travel Stop?
Sure. Love's Travel Stop, the company, was founded in Watonga, here in Oklahoma, back in 1964. It is a privately held company, and as of today, we're actually up to 391 stores nationwide.
Wow. Wow. Now, Chris, what is the mission or vision of the store?
The primary mission or the vision of our stores in general is, one of our mottos is clean places, friendly faces. When you stop into a Love's Travel Stop, you will always meet a friendly face. You'll have a clean environment, clean restrooms, and products that are at a great value. And we're going to get you in and out very quickly, because we realize that the traveling public and the professional driver, they've got places they need to be. Okay, so we're going to service them quickly with a smile.
Very nice. And now, can you tell us a little bit of you? How long have you been with the company, and what is your main role as a general manager at the store?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. As the general manager of the store, I'm responsible for the overall operation of both the store and the restaurant. I have assistant managers that work under me, and I also have a management staff in the restaurant as well, which, the restaurant brand is Carl's Jr. at our location. The portfolio of restaurants in Love's Corporation consists of about 11 different brands, okay. And this location does have the Carl's, okay? I've been with the company just under 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Great. And you and I were talking before the interview, and you mentioned that you moved to Enid because of this job, right?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. Love's is a great company to start a career with, mm-hmm. And I was working for Love's just outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, and when this store came online, they offered it to me, and I said, this is a great opportunity to grow. It's another community to get into. Mm-hmm. Great place to network and meet people, okay, and to provide our services to another end of the country. I moved here just after Christmas of last year, and as June 23rd, we finally opened our doors.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, tell us a little bit more about the opening date. We can see some pictures of this opening date on the screen. Mm-hmm. what took place, and also tell us about the donation to the Leonardo's Children Museum in town.
Right. On June 23rd, when we opened, it was met with a whole bunch of fanfare, a whole bunch of the civic leaders and some other business owners, executives had come out to the store for our ribbon cutting. It was a fantastic event. We had one of our Love's tanker trucks that were specifically designed. We have the Thunder truck. We've got an OSU truck, OU truck. We had a Thunder truck available. We also had our NASCAR car that was out there, which if anybody follows NASCAR, we know that Chris Buescher won his first race over the weekend. Yes, so we did win one of those, so that's good for us. And then when we come into a community, the first thing we do is, because we are a family-oriented company, we want to look at items that might fall into educational, families, to support the community. One of those organizations that came to mind was Leonardo's, and as we all know, last year they went through their renovation.
Yes.
And it seemed like a perfect fit for our company, the community, and Leonardo's to invest that money into that organization.
Great, great. And along those lines, how important is for the Love's organization to build a relationship or partnership with the community?
When you come into a community, any business or organization can come in and provide jobs or try to make money. It's more important to us as a company when we can build a relationship with the community. We're hiring local people. We're giving careers more than just a job. It's a company you can grow with. And when you start networking with the community, you're more accepted. And, at this point, with all the leaders that I've met in the community, it's been nothing but a positive experience.
Great. And along those lines, as I mentioned before, this is the first Love's travel stop in Enid. And how many jobs were created when the store opened?
Yes, as it being the first travel stop, we have different formats. This is one of our medium-sized truck stops. Okay. We have a lot of truck stops that are on interstate highways, and then quite a few we're starting to get more on the U.S. highways, which we're on U.S. 412.
Yes.
What we brought to the community here is we have brought 65 jobs to the community.
That is great.
Yes.
That is great. And what are the main services provided by the travel stop for those that may not be familiar with the Love's company?
The travel stop is geared for the professional driver as well as the vacationing or just traveling public. Our location, we have about 65 truck parking spots.
Wow.
We have 6 diesel pumps for trucks. We have CAT scale services. We also provide 5 showers. And of course, the store, the retail side of the store is open 24 hours a day, as well as the Carl's Jr. restaurant is open 24 hours a day as well.
Okay, that is really, really great. Now, Chris, if someone needs to know more about the store or the Love's organization, about the careers or any other opportunities, they can contact, you can see it on the screen, the Love's Travel Stops. There's a website, www.loves.com, and there's also a phone number on the screen, and the store is located.
The store is at 4104 East Randolph, right on the east end of town. Feel free to come by anytime. Come see me or any one of the staff down there. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. The 1-800 number, it does go to the central offices in Oklahoma City, okay? And they, through email or phone calls, whichever, they can get hold of us at any time.
Okay, so even though it's a 1-800 number, they just need to mention the location of the
Right.
store and they can be redirected?
Either mention Enid, Oklahoma, or they can mention store 630. It comes to us either way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for being with us this morning, Chris. We appreciate your time and we wish you the best
Thank you for
with
having
the
me.
store, and welcome to town.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Again, if you need additional information, just visit the website, www.loves.com, or call the number on the screen. Thanks for watching One-on-One with Jomara. Now for our department head this morning, our video, we have Andrea Chisholm.
Hello, I'm Andrea Chisholm. I'm the City Attorney for the City of Enid. I represent the City of Enid, and I advise the City Council, City Departments, and City Boards and Commissions regarding legal and regulatory matters of concern to the City and its operations. In addition, my office represents the City in all City lawsuits and administrative proceedings filed against or on behalf of the City. The City's legal department is divided into two divisions, Legal Services and the Municipal Court. If I can be of service to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Okay, Andrea, thank you very much. Good morning, Enid, on this Thursday, August 4th. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate Chris Shaffer stopping by, and we appreciate him bringing breakfast again to everybody here. Or we're still looking for that, maybe? I don't know, but he kept talking about food, and you know me, I'm always looking for my next meal. I haven't looked outside recently, but I know a little bit of rain in the area and holding steady with 78 degrees. Yes, Chris, grab the phone, call that 1-800-FOOD hotline number and send it to 203 West O&K Garriott. We still have a few more minutes and we can still make that happen. It's 7:51. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate the opportunity again to highlight new businesses that are coming to the Enid community, and fun stuff. If you're planning your outing, I should say, for today, it's going to be back up to 100 degrees, so keep that in mind. It's 7:51. Thank you for joining us, and for a look at the news that happened overnight in the Enid community and across the state. Once again, our bow tie guy, Mr. Derek Silas, looking dapper this morning, is back with the news.
The Department of Human Services announced it will cut 91 positions as part of a $45 million in spending reductions to deal with a $100 million budget shortfall. And Continental Resources reports a second quarter net loss of $119 million because of lower production and prices. The deadline for requesting an absentee ballot for the August 23rd election is 5 p.m. August 17. Garfield County Election Board Secretary Cheryl Patterson urged voters to request their absentee ballots as soon as possible. Application forms are available at elections.ok.gov. Oklahoma's tax-free weekend starts tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. and ends at midnight Sunday with savings applying to clothing and shoes priced under $100. And the City of Enid is considering a curbside recycling program. Please take a moment to complete the survey at enid.org/recycling survey. And on this day in history, in 1949, the world's first jet-propelled airliner makes its maiden test flight in England. And in 1974, House Judiciary Committee recommends that America's 37th president, Richard Nixon, be impeached and removed from office as a result of political scandals known as Watergate. In 2003, legendary actor and comedian Bob Hope dies at 100 in California. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Derek. Very good. It's 7:53, and I'd like to remind you, coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, Frank Watermelon Campbell. We had the opportunity, the ETN staff had the opportunity to go to the Railroad Museum of Oklahoma. And Frank Watermelon Campbell is a wealth of information about railroads. And the museum has over 1 million different items, memorabilia, if you will, about the age of the railroad and passenger cars and things of this nature. And Frank Watermelon did a great job explaining all that. And that's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. I had the chance to visit with Watermelon on a City Connections, and that will air at 8 o'clock this morning. You want to be sure and see that. Let's take a look at the radar once again if we can. I'm not sure if anything is showing up too close except to the west of us. Once again, you see some of those bright yellow areas, meaning that it is really pouring down in that area. But anyway, it just gives you an idea of northwest Oklahoma, some of the showers that are taking place. The 3-day forecast for us, folks, is going to be HOT. Basically, that's what it's going to be. High today, 100, but again, tomorrow it's going to hold steady around 100 degrees, 101 on Sunday. Mid-70s, typical lows for this time of year. And so that's what's happening weather-wise. And again, sometimes it seems like August, the dog days of summer, is kind of difficult. It's 100 degrees, but we get through that because we know the break in the weather and football season is around the corner in September, and I look forward to that. Well, it's 7:54 on this Thursday morning, and once again, let's welcome back Brooke, because she is back.
Thanks for having me back this morning. We've got a lot going on at the Central National Bank Center. Just next weekend, we will have the Cherokee Friends NRA banquet. So that's going to be on Saturday. Tickets are available before and at the door as well. So visit our website for more information on tickets. Then we'll have Feed the Neighborhood on Sunday, August 14th. We're really excited to have this event this year. This is going to give out over 1,000 backpacks to the community. So we're glad that this event was going to be held in the Central National Bank Center. Then looking into our next event, September 2nd, we'll have Ted Nugent. And Ted, his early band actually opened for the Supremes with Diana Ross. That was in 1962 when he was just 13 years old. So that's a fun fact about Ted Nugent. You don't want to miss that event. And then looking into the fall, October, we'll have Celtic Thunder. Tickets are available and there are group discounts for that show as well. So for more information, visit our website or give us a call. They're known for their eclectic and theatrical style singing. So that's going to be a great group to see. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, and back to you, Steve.
Brooke, I like that trivia part. Ted Nugent and the Supremes. Not sure that goes together, but that's really good. Thank you for sharing that. Because who would have thunk of that? Ted Nugent and Diana Ross and the Supremes. But that was in the 60s, right? So, wow, interesting. 7:56, holding steady with 77 degrees this morning. And want to remind you again about the upcoming Call Lake Water Project vote. That will be on Tuesday, August 23rd. If you want to find out more information about it, and I know we have calls to the city from time to time, we just encourage you to go to enid.org. That is the City of Enid website. And on the home page, the main page, if you will, you can look for that blue logo, the Call Lake Water Supply logo. You click on that. Derek Silas has put some PowerPoint presentations, 3 different videos and different reports. They're all underneath that logo. So if you take a look at that, you can be well advised basically about the Call Lake Water Project with that vote coming up on Tuesday, August 23rd. Okay, well, we talked about protecting our pets during this heat. There's always an opportunity for you to adopt a pet at our animal control office, and we want to take a look at this promo to remind us that if you call 249-4910, you can find a pet of your choice to adopt.
We are located at 1200 South 10th here in Enid, Oklahoma, and our phone number is 580-249-4910.
249-4910 is the number to call if you want to adopt a pet to help us out there at Animal Control right here in Enid, Oklahoma. Well, again, thank you for joining us. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday, August 4th. If you're planning your day, again, it's going to be a hot 100 degrees today. Certainly appreciate you joining us. We appreciate Chris Shaffer from Loves joining us. Welcome, Loves, to the community as they're located out east at 42nd and Highway 412. So, make it a great day. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday on Good Morning Enid.